Do you think that the only thing men care about is just hooking up, just physical intimacy, and that's all? We've got a one-track mind. I mean, we do value physical intimacy. That's really important. However, I'm going to show you in this video that's not the most important thing. That's not number one. I'm going to share with you what is even more important than that. So stick around because you're going to want to watch this video if you're looking for a committed relationship. I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women. This is Attract Great Guys, and let's jump right into it because you might not believe me. I get all of these comments all of the time in the comment section, and I'm thinking, why are these women even watching YouTube videos on how to attract men when they leave comments like, men are horrible people, I can't stand men only want sex? If you believe that, then you'll be right. You know, there's that saying, if you're walking around and in the morning you see a jerk, and in the afternoon you see a jerk, and at night you see a jerk, and you realize that every single person you've met all day has been a jerk, well, maybe the problem isn't the people around you. I'm just saying that if you keep meeting the same horrible jerks over and over again, maybe there's something for you to look at, because I promise you, there are quality men out there, and it may be challenging, and it takes some effort, and it takes a little bit of understanding. And if you haven't become a subscriber, I encourage you to do so, because I dive deep into understanding the male psychology so you can build better connections with men. Just hit the red subscribe button beneath this video and the little notification bell so you can get notified of all my upcoming videos. And the truth of the matter is that sex is important. However, if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, physical needs is at the lowest. So it's primal, it's innate, it's important, we think about it, we need it. However, that is not the end goal. If you can't appreciate some of the beauty, the art, the technology, the innovation, if you can't appreciate the contribution of certain men in this world, then maybe this channel isn't for you. But if you do believe that there are quality men out there, know, and if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of need, you know, we all as humans are trying to achieve self-actualization, which really means we are trying to be our best selves. We're trying to fulfill our optimum capability, and we're trying to improve and be better people and build loving relationships and build social acceptance. All of these things are important. The end goal is not just to hook up. We all have deeper aspirations in life. And although you might be connecting with that side of a man, it doesn't mean that that's the only side to him. So what I want to share with you is this idea beyond Maslow's hierarchy. It actually comes from a book called Tribal Leadership by Dave Logan. And I actually interviewed Dave in a podcast that I had about, in 2010. And Dave wrote this book about the different stages of culture that an organization goes through. And I think it's very applicable to relationships, because in a way, that union of a relationship is like an organization or a group that has a culture. Just as an organization has a culture, a partnership has a culture. There's 5 stages of culture, and stage 1 is basically saying life stinks. This is like the lowest possible partnership or mindset or culture, right? These are the 5 culture stages. And it's basically life is horrible. There is no hope. And you get this type of a culture in jail. It usually manifests in violence. People lash out and are violent because there's just so much anger, and it's a very depressing place. Now, if you move up a stage, it actually moves from anger to more depression and sadness and apathy, which is your life is great and my life stinks. A perfect example of this is the movie Office Space, where there's the guy who just sits in his office all day long, and there's the bosses versus the employees. Their lives are great, my life stinks. Then there's stage 3. Stage 3 is like, my life is awesome and your life is not, right? I'm great, you're not. And you get this a lot with dentists and doctors and attorneys and, you know, these kind of upper white collar professionals looking down on blue collar. You know, it's a very kind of arrogant or prestigious. I'm not saying all doctors or lawyers are arrogant. It's just typically in that kind of white collar profession, especially if you're like a nurse who serves surgeons or a dental assistant, things of that nature. You can really feel that dynamic a lot. So that's stage 3. Stage 4 is pretty epic. Stage 4 is when an entire organization can rally together and say, we're great and you are not, right? We're better than you. There's competition. Quite frankly, in business, you strive for this state. You almost need like an enemy, someone to compete, like a competitor. It's helpful. In a relationship, it's kind of arrogant saying we're the best, we're better than you, we're the best couple. And it's healthy in the sense that it breeds union and partnership, but it's unhealthy in the sense that it's judgmental and competitive. And that can sometimes turn inward towards each other. So stage 5 comes from this real abundant, loving place where there's not judgment. Life is great. I'm going to be there to support you. We're going to be basically spreading love. And I actually had moments of level 4 and level 5 when I was the CEO of the Matchmaking Institute. It felt like it was level 4. We were all love professional connectors. We were helping to bring relationships together, and we were fighting against the scammy matchmakers, the ones that were just in it for the money. And we had this mission, and it was really, really exciting. And sometimes we would elevate where we didn't even think about the scammy people, and we were so focused on this idea that we were working globally with matchmakers around the world to try to spread love and make the world a better place. And it was honestly such an epic feeling. And I thought that it was applicable because if you think that men only want physical intimacy, you're missing out on a bigger picture, which is the dream. If you watch the last video and you understand a little bit about the dream and how people yearn for it, you'll realize that deep within every human being, especially every man, is that deeper desire to be great, to do something meaningful, and to have a partner that can help them and support them on their mission. And that is more important in the long run than just physical intimacy. And I promise you that anyone, even men, can get bored of physical intimacy at some point in time, but you can never, ever, ever completely ignore or get bored of this idea of self-improvement, of becoming better, of excelling, of moving towards your dreams. That is something that stays with us, that breeds excitement, and by understanding what men that you meet are yearning for, what their dreams are, you can connect with that very powerful desire as well. And I would love to support you in your mission. Click the description beneath this video. There's a link that gives you instant access to a free training that teaches you exactly how to build and create a committed relationship with a high-quality man. So do check that out. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. It helps it to be seen by more people, which I would really appreciate. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, thanks so much. Be well.